is John from Homestead Evolution. We did a video a while back. A friend talked to us about Walmart, some of the shortages, and got a lot of responses from that video and a lot of views. So I want to follow up on some of the things we do here at our homestead. And I get a lot of questions. Are you a prepper or are you a homestead? And I'll tell you why here a little bit later on. But today we are going to be storing some food back for ourselves. Some bulk supplies. Sugar, salt, flour, basic staples. Here on our homestead we raise our own food. We also purchase extra food. Some food that we can't grow here. We can food in jars here. We also dehydrate food. And we also buy some freeze-dried food. That's one of the things we've also been looking at getting is a freeze dryer, but they're very, very expensive. But it's multiple ways that you can save a harvest. If you get food in bulk, you know somebody you barter with, they get 100, 200 pounds of potatoes, you got to do something with it. So, we do a couple things here. This is just one of the things that we do to help control cost here on our homestead. So, with that being said, we're going to package up in Mylar bags today in 5-gallon buckets. We get some of our stores from different places, and we get flour. We make our own bread, so we go through a lot of flour. We make a lot of baked goods. Rice is always something good to have on hand. Sugar, we have extra fine sugar that we use. That's the same sugar you buy at the store, such as Domino's. It's a white sugar. We have raw sugar. We buy that in a 50-pound bag. We have salt. Now I already have iodized salt put back, and that doesn't really go bad at all, but I got some more. We'd be using salt to tan hides and so forth. We buy other salt, real salt for cooking, putting in our meals, our baking. We use canning salt for, of course, when we can. So today we're going to put all these in some buckets. Now we buy 5-gallon buckets. I like the gamma lids. Now a gamma lid, if you don't know what it is, it has a seal just like a regular bucket. But once you place that seal down, you can unspin this lid. Took one apart here. So this would snap down on your bucket, and it has a seal right here. Then also in this gamma lid, there's also a seal. We get Mylar bags from online. These are 5 mil bags. We'll leave the links below. This is 10 bags, and the bags are 20 by 30, which will fit in a 5-gallon bucket. And we get 10 2,000 cc oxygen absorbers with it. So there's 3 packs here, so there's enough to do 30. Alrighty, so I'm getting ready to do sugar first. This is raw cane sugar. Our location, $42, $43 in bulk for a 50-pound bag. Now, if you've watched any YouTube or you subscribe to anybody that stores food, does homesteading or prepping, you're going to find out that there's going to be a lot of shortages for certain things because of weather. So, meat, protein sources, sugar, potatoes. So, you really need to start thinking ahead. If you can, put a little bit back for you and your family. It'll save you in the long run, I feel. When prices start spiking because of shortages, you'll fare pretty good. So that's what we're doing. Now this is raw cane.
We break up all those clumps before we do it, but it's just going to clump back up.
Yeah, because we're going to use an oxygen absorber in it. But I want to unclump it. And clump sugar it's not bad. You know, everybody thinks, oh, it's old or it's stale. So now, I have not noticed that. And you know, I bought sugar at the store, regular white refined sugar, and it's been clumped when I get it. Still works.
And
I'll breathe it. Sugar dust. Yeah.
yep. And one thing we did do that we didn't mention, we made sure that our hands are good and clean because we're mixing with food.
Food, yes. So it is a process, guys. It's not always a clean process, but it's a process. So, like I said, start thinking about things that you can do to save money, because I think that's why we homestead. Why people homestead is they want to eat healthier. They want to, you know, food's expensive, let's just face it, and it's not going to get any better. So, if you can buy some bulk now before prices go up, set it back, you know, the best thing you can do for you and your family.
I have to mark this one bread flour because this is our special King Arthur flour that we use for making bread.
Yeah.
It's not all-purpose flour.
Flour, right, because it has a higher protein content to it, which helps the rise. So,
How much was that bag of flour?
this bag of flour was $21.59 for 50 pounds of King Arthur flour. So, you know, King Arthur in the store sometimes gets really expensive. There's a little place that sells bulk flours and supplies close to us. And, you know, we just...
I'm gonna scoop most of this, or the good part of half of it because of the
dust.
it will get in the air.
Right. So if you can buy in bulk, that's always the best. This is just a method to store it until you can use it.
Now if you notice, we're doing 25-pound buckets. A 50-pound bag will usually
Give us 2 buckets.
get into 2 buckets.
One, you don't want to overload too much your bucket, and you want to be able to seal with your Mylar. Be able to squish that, have the oxygen be sucked out. We're going to show you here in a little bit how that works.
Any round 5-gallon bucket that you can get from, say, your grocery store's bakery, Walmart bakery. Most Walmart buckets are square.
Yeah.
You need to find somebody with a round 5-gallon bucket, then these lids will fit them.
Yes.
Doing pretty good, not getting it on the floor with the first little bit. A lot of people are probably thinking, now what am I going to do with 25 pounds of flour when I open this bucket? If we make our own bread, we go through 25 pounds of flour in a week and a half sometimes.
Well, we also
depending on what season it is and whether
we also have people that like to buy our bread. You know, if I have extra, I give it to her. She takes it into work so it doesn't go to waste. And people are like, man, I really want to buy some of that. Oh, okay. You know, it helps offset the cost. So this is probably going to be a little dusty.
slow.
Still got quite a bit in this bag.
I know you're probably going to have to go back to the other bag.
But as you can tell, that's a tight seal. That's the one I'm not going to pop. So that's seal number 1. The seal on the lid is seal number 2. The Mylar bag is seal 3. And we'll have to overlap the seal.
I'm just going to store it here.
So when she does it again, she'll overlap this seal. And she'll stop about this far over and leave a gap so we can put the oxygen absorber down inside collapse it as much air out as we can, and then seal it. You want to try to do all your prep work as much as you can and leave an opening on the end. Okay? So you can come by, once these open, they're going to start absorbing oxygen. Drop them in the bags. As we seal them up, once the absorber goes in the bag, we're going to collapse this bag as much as we can and plant. The premise with that is whatever oxygen's in there, this will absorb it and suck down even more. Okay? The ones that we have left, because we're going to have some left, we're going to go ahead and vacuum seal them again to try to save them. Okay? So this, as you can tell, this thing is vacuum sealed down. They will start absorbing oxygen once we open this. So you don't have to move like super fast, but you need to be somewhat expedient so you don't lose these. Okay? It doesn't have to be at an angle.
Didn't seal.
Nope, didn't.
That's because you unplugged it.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? You can,
Alright. We just had that faux pas. That's probably happened to everybody. We had to plug in a camera battery, unplug the sealer. Let's see if it's ready. Heated up pretty quick the last time. I'm impatient. I'm a lot impatient.
did you do it on high last?
Actually, it's sealed.
I know, just want to make sure it's sealed.
It's sealed. It's sealed. Check it. I thought it didn't, but it did.
You go all the way to the end.
Yeah,
There's that seal here.
it's sealed. Okay. Takes anywhere from 3 to 6 seconds. The more you do this, the easier it's going to be and the length of time to hold the seal. Okay, there they are.
All right. Okay, so the next step. Now, if you don't have a gamma lid and you're going to snap the lid on, I would suggest you wait 24 hours or the next day to see, one, if your bag's sealed and it's sucking out the oxygen. These should suck down even more, okay? So I would suggest leaving the lid off until the next day. It gives you a chance to check it. Even though we got gamma lids, I'm going to leave mine off. I'll set these to the side. I'll check them tomorrow. Probably this time tomorrow. So about 24 hours. And to see if it's working. See if the seals are holding and the oxygen absorber is doing its trick. And it should suck down even more. And actually, what you're really looking for is dimpling in the bag of what's inside, because you want all the oxygen out of there. And at that point, if you have that success, put your lid on, store it away. Put your gamma lid on, store it away. So it's one of the things we do to offset food costs here for us. Like I said, we can't grow everything. We don't raise everything. And for a lot of people, they just can't do that. But it doesn't mean you still can't do something. So if you can, buy a little at a time, buy bulk. This is one method of saving food. Dehydrate some food. Buy canned food when it goes on sale. Get some freeze-dried food. Can your own food. You're just diversifying how you're storing your stores for you and your family, because I do believe some bad times are going to come with some shortages and so forth. Just from everything that I hear all over the internet, the news, and you do your own research, things aren't looking too good. So if you can do this to help buffer yourselves, definitely buffer your wallet when that time comes and food prices spike. You'll still be good. You'll still be able to feed your family. Just one of the things we do here. So in the end, are we a prepper or are we a homestead? We're a homestead, but we prep. We prep for winter. We prep for when things aren't good. Doesn't mean we lay in a massive amounts, but we do lay in a little bit of stuff to help us out. So I hope this video helped. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.